they flipped out. I mean, they've I don't know what happened to CNN because CNN used to really be great, and I can remember when it was great. It wasn't that long ago, but they've just flipped out in a leftward direction and in a provocative direction, and always endlessly whipping up grievances. And as I say, I don't know exactly what happened to them, but because I'm a great fan, and I still, to this day, think that the Newsroom with Wolf Blitzer is one of the great shows on TV. But they just think people are wrong. Any Republican is wrong. Any businessman is wrong. They will always play on that nerve.
All right, folks, welcome to Gimme Five. You know, today in this segment, we're doing something a little unique. Usually I pick sound bites from elsewhere and, talk about it and give my opinion. But we made so much news yesterday. We had such a great lineup. We always do. Ben Stein talking about CNN. I thought we'd bring you some of the, like a day in review from yesterday, kind of, in this Gimme Five segment. So that's Ben Stein talking about CNN, how they think that white people, police, and Republicans are always wrong. But he likes Wolf Blitzer, apparently. And here he is talking about Michael Brown and making a really interesting analogy.
The idea of calling this poor young man unarmed when he was 6'4", 300 pounds, full of muscles, apparently, according to what I read in the New York Times, on marijuana, to call him unarmed is like calling Sonny Liston unarmed or Cassius Clay unarmed. I mean, he wasn't unarmed. He was armed with his incredibly strong, scary self.
All right, Ben Stein and the Cassius Clay, Sonny Liston analogy to Michael Brown. Patrick J. Buchanan was also a guest here yesterday, made some news talking about Eric Holder. acting more like Al Sharpton and less like the Attorney General of the United States of America. Watch.
Well, what it says about Eric Holder, he's someone who puts the issue of race front and center always. And I think that is, I don't think that's the mindset you want in an Attorney General, especially in a case which obviously has a deep racial component to it.
Should he be gone?
Well, I don't think he's going to be gone soon in any event, and there's no realistic chance that Barack Obama is going to remove him. But I do think this. I hope he came back and reflected upon what it was he was doing. I mean, he was acting out there not largely different from Al Sharpton, and no one thinks Al Sharpton's got the temperament or mindset and on racial issues to be the Attorney General of the United States heading up the investigation.
All right. And Paul Ryan was with us yesterday, and I informed him of the fact that, you know, the Justice Department, not the Justice Department, yeah, their attorneys told attorneys from Judicial Watch that, hey, guess what? Lois Lerner's emails, they exist. All emails exist. There's no way they could disappear, but it's going to be too difficult to get to them. And here's what Ryan said. Can they get away with this?
You know, you basically just have to laugh. In a way, the answer is no, but it's going to take us time to dig at this. We're not going to let this go. We're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going. I think in many cases, they thought they could just wait us out, hope that it gets to the second page or the fifth page or the last page or off the pages of the newspapers, and that it would just kind of go away. We're not going to let that happen.
All right, folks, and one more from Paul Ryan.
It's clear to us that they've stonewalled long enough. They've said every stage of this investigation, when we started this investigation 2 years ago, and it's because of the Ways and Means Committee, by the way, that we know anything about this, because we were getting reports from just random groups of taxpayers, Tea Party conservative-based taxpayers. We were getting the same complaints, and we were witnessing a pattern. We thought that was very startling. So we inquired, and at first the IRS said, nope, nothing here. Then we asked again. They said, no, nothing at all, and no problem. And then we kept digging at it, and every time they gave us an answer, the answer they gave us was unproven, was disproven quickly thereafter.
All right, so there you go. A little unique Gimme 5, folks, right here on the Steve Malzberg Show.